The fourth protective factor we will learn about is providing concrete support in times of need. Upon completion of this unit, you should be able to identify times when all families may need support, be aware of the support you or your program already offers, understand the importance of being familiar with resources in your community, and plan to offer families resources needed. We know that every family has basic needs, like food, shelter, medical care, and clothing that help them provide the best environment for their children. Sometimes families need a bit more, though, as they fall into a crisis that prevents them from being able to provide the basics for their children, or they may need more specialized services. Not knowing where to turn in a crisis or how to find help can be stressful for a family, and it can be a cause of significant trauma for children. The stress in turn becomes a barrier to the parent's ability to successfully deal with the circumstance and potentially parent. There may already be barriers present that prevent families from taking or finding the help that they might need to. Things like stigma and shame about needing services for mental health, substance abuse, or domestic violence. These barriers might be in the way of helping a family move forward. You and your program may be a gateway to services for families when they are in need. This slide shows how we have created a path to support in times of need. We want to be able to provide concrete supports as an important way of intervening before a crisis happens. Now is a good time to pause the video and review the Protective Factors Action Sheet, providing concrete supports in times of need. Pause the video now. After reading this information, we begin to understand that parents who are struggling to meet basic needs for their families are not going to be able to focus on less immediate concerns, such as using positive discipline techniques and enhancing their child's development. This means that when we are working with a family going through this kind of struggle, we need to use empathy and keep in mind that while something may be a concern for us, it just can't always rise to the top of the priority list for that family at that time. We can also understand that times of need don't only occur to families living in poverty. All families have times of need, whether it's the birth of a new child, a health care problem, mental illness or depression, substance abuse, things like moving to a new house or a new location, and so many other things too. These are times that we all need support. So what can you do? You and your program can help in a crisis by reaching out to families in distress and providing information about resources or services that that family might need. Helping families to get what they need should be done in a way that builds their confidence and skills for the future. Helping families ask for help or helping them to navigate systems that are sometimes confusing can be a learning experience for the family. So what can we do? We respond immediately when families are in crisis, provide information and connections to services within the community, and help families develop those skills. Knowing the resources that exist in your community is helpful. On this slide, you'll see a list of some of the resources that might be available for you to look into. Many of these programs will provide your childcare program with brochures and even the names of contact people as well. You just need to ask. If you are not sure where to start, Wisconsin has an information and support line. Simply dial 211 or visit the 211 Wisconsin website. You have reached the end of Lesson 2.4. Before moving on, complete the knowledge check and the discussion.